Alright, it's BLM here. This is my fourth time recording this video, but this is my room tour for 2012. Happy New Year, everyone, since I'm going to be posting this on New Year's Day. And yeah, a whole bunch of newer pickups. This is like full of a whole bunch of like pickups from like last year and stuff like that, because my collection actually tripled this year, so really impressed by that. So yeah, let's get started, because I don't want this to be over in half an hour, which the previous times I've done this video it was. So yeah, let's start out at the bottom here with some of the more random stuff, such as my Nintendo GameCube. Probably never going to use it again, unless I get a Game Boy Advance player. But yeah, if when I do, it's going to be awesome to get to play Game Boy games on the TV. But until then, it's going to be sitting here. Right here, got AR cards from the 3DS. Then right here are cards from Blockbuster. Like, I went there the day before they closed down. They just like said I could have some, so I took a couple. Well, more than a couple, but yeah. Damn. Assassin's Creed art book. I found this at a yard sale. Yeah, pretty cool art book, actually. I'm not sure. Halo First Strike. Yeah, I'm not gonna read that. Then Far Cry 2 pre-order edition. This is just like the slipcover. You don't like putting the slipcovers on the shelves, because they damage really easily. Alright, let's move over here to spare GameCube memory card, Game Boy Advance cases, Yu-Gi-Oh Pokemon cards in a Yu-Gi-Oh card case. Don't collect Pokemon cards anymore, but that's what I have. The stand for my Wii. I'm just too lazy to put it back in the box. And right here is Game Shark for the PS2. Alright, so down one, here is a box full of controllers and stuff like that. I'm not going to take it out, it's going to take too long. Right here, I have a Sonic comic, which is pretty awesome. Then underneath that are a whole bunch of strategy guides. Top ones are beat up because they're from my childhood. Bottom ones are, they're just like newer ones I picked up. Like, top here is beat up Super Mario 64. Got Tony Hawk's Underground 2, which is extremely beat up. Budokai 2, which you can't even see because the beat up Underground 2 is covering it. Fire Red, Sunshine. Then the newer ones are Tony Hawk's Project 8, Stranglehold, which is still sealed, Mortal Kombat Gold, and then NFL 2K, which those last two I haven't even used. At the bottom right here is a picture by Seth Costello. It's actually, he sent me a package, and I just kept the packaging because that picture is just so awesome. It's a picture of Kratos, which, yeah. And right here is a Pokedex. Picked it up at a yard sale for 25 cents. Yeah. Then PSP's in there, which is actually broken. Game Informers, Game Boy Advance. Yeah, you can see it. And then what's this? Game Pros. So now moving on to the shelf with games. These bottom shelves are pretty much filled with like games I really don't care about. Like right here's my PC collection, which you can't really even see. Don't really care about the PC that much. Don't play them, but I have a couple games, like 20-some games. Like I have Myst, which is an awesome game, and then like Panzer Dragoon, awesome. Roller Coaster Tycoon. Damn. What else? Like Tetris Gold, Halo. Yeah. Which is in a DVD case that I got. Superpower, which the freaking manual of this thing is enormous. But yeah, PC collection. Going over here to a Pokemon sticker kit, which actually inside are a whole bunch of manuals and stuff like that, like Luigi's Mansion. This is like the receipt to Final Fantasy 12 that I have that's still sealed. Because I put the receipts in the games. Here's like a whole bunch of things at GameStop. Yeah, they were just too lazy to put the games into the actual fucking cases. And a whole bunch of spare manuals, like King of Paradise, which I just returned to GameStop. Same thing with Rygar. Yeah, just, and like a disc tray, Oblivion manual. What is this? I don't even know what this is. Oh, I forgot I even have this. Shit, I need to put this in the case. This is for Sun Like Skateboarding. But yeah, a whole bunch of manuals and stuff like that. I actually had that receipt. I forgot to put it in there because I left it sealed for like a couple weeks and played it later. Here, a spare PS2 memory card. Earthbound pin that was given to me by Tron 1686 or something like that. He actually stopped making YouTube videos, which kind of sucks because he made some good videos actually. Some Genesis games like Sonic and Sonic Spinball, NBA Jam. Don't have a Genesis, but eventually when I do, like I'll be collecting for it a lot. And because I used to have a Genesis and had so much fun playing it. Sega Dreamcast web browser still sealed. Spider-Man Plug and Play. Played it once, it's awesome, but never gonna play it again. NES games. Same thing with Genesis, don't have one yet, but when I do, I'll be collecting like hell for it. Same thing with Super Nintendo. Have some pretty good games for Super Nintendo though. Like I have Link to the Past and that just fell over. And then I have like let's see. Okay. Everything's falling over, so fuck me. Contra 3, so yeah. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna reorganize this shit. Fuck me. So yeah. Be patient, please. Alright, then Game Boy Advance games. Don't have many Game Boy Advance games because Game Boy Advance games, like, people still want a lot of money for them, so that kind of sucks, but, damn. But, yeah, I'll just reorganize this later. But this is what I have now. Used to have around 70 so games, but stupidly sold them all. Now I have, like, some good titles, but not the best, like Pokemon Fire Red. Oh my god, the stupid things, like, I pretty much sold everything that I thought I wasn't going to play again, so, and I thought I would play Pokemon again, so I kept that. Drill Dozer, which is an awesome game, that one I actually bought more recently. Tony Hawk's, WarioWare, and that was Yoshi's Island before that. So yeah, I have some good titles. Then Game Boy, original Game Boy. Have some good titles here too. At the beginning of the year, I only have 3 Game Boy games, so now I have like 30 some. So that's pretty awesome. Like I have Tetris, RC Pro-Am. Let's see, Pokemon Gold, Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man, Conker's, Pocket Tales. So yeah, have some good titles. Hopefully I'll expand on my Game Boy collection eventually, though. Going up one shelf, the end of my N64 collection. Yeah, this is like the last half. The first half is on the shelf on top of this, but show you some of the highlights, such as Super Mario 64, one of the best games ever created. Actually, this is my favorite game ever. So, then Space Silicon Valley, which this goes for like $20. So. Playoffs Pro Skater 1 and 2. What else is there? Turok 2, which I need to get the black card for this. And like Wipeout 64. A whole bunch of wrestling games right here because there's a lot on the N64. I think there's like 6 or so. Pokemon Power Pack. I'm not Pokemon. Pac-Man Power Pack. Sorry. Which inside are 2 spare Wii cases and 360. I mean not 3. Xbox case. This is just a slipcover. The actual games are with the PS2 games. Dreamcast. Don't have many Dreamcast games because people want a whole bunch of money for their Dreamcast games. And I hardly ever find them too, so I mean, that's not that great. But have some good games like Crazy Taxi and Tony Hawk. What is this? Oh, the Coleco head-to-head hockey. I actually looked this up. Apparently this thing loose like goes for $40, so I think that was a pretty good deal because I picked this up for 2 complete in box. It's actually in really good shape too, so yay. Then over here, this is like my modern handheld games, and at the end are Xbox games for just because that's where they fit. Right here's the box for my PSP, PSP games. Not many because my PSP is broken right now. Well, it's not really broken, but the bumper buttons, I don't know what you call them, the stupid like L and R buttons don't work. So really, I can't play the majority of these games. The only ones I can play are like Hot Shots Golf, which is actually an awesome game. That and Wipeout Pure, which is another awesome game. So at least I could play 2 games on the system, but that's about it. Then right here is my 3DS box. Just recently got 3DS, and never had a DS before, so here are my DS games. Only 3 games because this is just what I recently picked up. Starfy is an awesome game, and this is like my favorite game right now. I put around 10 hours into it. Like replaying levels, stuff like that. Awesome. Trauma Center, Under the Knife 2. Don't have any 3DS games yet. I did order some online. They should arrive soon. When they do, I'll be making a video of that as well. And right here are Xbox games. Don't have an Xbox. It's another one of the systems that I'm looking for right now. And same thing with NES, Super Nintendo, and Genesis. When I get one, I'll be going crazy buying shit for it. So, yeah. But right now, I have like some games I found at like thrift stores and stuff like that, like Halo 2 and Max Payne 2. Like those are some of the better games, like Project Gotham Racing 1 and 2. This is actually pretty cool. Star Wars Republic Commando, which actually goes for like $15, which is kind of surprising since it's like it's not that rare of a game really. It's just that people want it. But moving up the shelf, here are my modern console games, and since I'm here already, I'll put Shaun White Skateboarding. It's such an interesting game. Not really, but I forgot that I had the receipt, so yeah, I'll be putting that inside the case right now. Yay, you're seeing nothing. But alright, yeah, I start Wii collection, which really I had nothing for the Wii until just recently. Now I have some pretty good games for it, like Broke, which is an Atlas title. I'm hoping that this will go up in value because it seems like a type of game that would. Then Castle Shikigami 3, which is an awesome shooter. Really awesome game. Elebits, very underrated game by Konami. Mad World, my favorite game on the console. Metroid Other M, which is a recent pickup, haven't played it yet actually. Nights into Dreams, Poke Park, picked that up for $3. Yeah. Let's see, Spyborgs. Damn it, Spyborgs, very underrated Capcom gem right there. And then on to 360 games. Have more of those. Have about 42 I think it is. Like I have the Assassin's Creed games because if you don't know, I'm an enormous Assassin's Creed fan. Especially of 2 and Brotherhood. These 2 are like my favorite games on the current gen consoles. Fantastic. Revelations I was a little disappointed in, but Bioshock 1 and 2, some of the greater games of this generation. Brutal Legend, really surprised by this game. This game is actually really awesome. Darkness, recently picked that up. Duke Nukem Forever, really underrated in my opinion. I don't know why everyone hated it. I really enjoyed it. Enslaved, another one of the best games this generation. Fallout 3, awesome. So many games to point out, like Final Fantasy 13, I'm currently playing this right now, really enjoying it. Gears of War, Halo 3, Cameo, Elements of Power, one of the last great Rareware titles. 99 Nights, Collector's Edition of Perfect Dark Zero, doesn't have the slipcover though, I need to get that. Prince of Persia, another game that people hated that I really enjoyed. Vanquish, one of the best games this generation. And this is actually a recent pickup, Wartech Secondo Ronde. I love that name. But yeah, moving on to the next shelf over. It's actually my N64 games, the beginning of my N64 games, and the end of my PS1 collection. So here, like the box N64 games, they're cheap games, like they're not anything special. Then point out like some of the better N64 games here, like Jet Force Gemini, fantastic game, one of the best games on the system. Hot Wheels, Donkey Kong 64. Yeah, that's pretty much it actually. But yeah, N64 is my, like, that and GameCube are my favorite consoles of all time. Like, just fantastic consoles. Yeah, PS1, gonna point out the greater title. Like, my PS1 collection also increased a lot this year. Because my local plane trade closed down. one of my local playing trade. There's two of them. One of them still playing trade. The other one turned to a store named Gamers Inc., which they actually have really good deals. But yeah, that playing trade, like when they were closing down, like they made everything in the store 50 cents. So I got a lot of PS1 games like that. That's where I also got a lot of those GB Game Boy games. I mean, but yeah, so like I got like Wild Arms 2, 50 cents, like Twisted Metal, 2, 3, and 4. Tony Hawk's 1, 2, and 3. One doesn't have the manual. I need to rebuy that though. And going up another shelf, this is the rest of my PS1 games. Got like Blender 2, one of my best finds ever, Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I have like Crash 1, 2, and 3, like Crash Bandicoot 1, 2, and 3. Croc 1 and 2. I really enjoyed these back in the day. Nowadays, they don't really hold up as well, but back in the day, they were awesome. Grand Theft Auto 1 and 2. Hydro Thunder, better on the Dreamcast, but still fantastic game. One of my favorite games of all time. Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver, fantastic. What else is worth mentioning? Resident Evil 2. Yeah. But some of my best finds are on the PS1. This is like Saga Frontier 2 for $1.50. What else? Spyro. Yeah, speaking of this, like Spyro games, like I didn't know this until I just looked it up on video game price charts recently, but apparently like each one of the Spyro games are worth like $15 each. I didn't even know that. Like that blew my mind. Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo. And yeah, that's about it for PS1, but yeah. PS1 is actually my second biggest collection. I have around 75, I think, or something like that, PS1 games. But my biggest collection is the PS2. I have 104 PS2 games. So yeah, let's start off with the bottom shelf, which is like the last half of my PS2 collection. Pointing out the great games, such as Neo Geo Battle Coliseum, Okage, Shadow King. These are the Pac-Man games from the Pac-Man Power Pack. R-Type Final, fantastic. Ratchet and Clank, Resident Evil 4, my second favorite game of all time. Run Like Hell, Silent Scope 1 and 3, don't have 2. Sims, Sly Cooper, Soul Calibur 3, fantastic. SSX Tricky, really big fan of the series. What else? Oh, Time Splitters. Really, really big fan of the series. Like Time Splitters 2 is like top 20 game, like one top 20 games of all time. Maybe even higher than that. I really love that game. And we can pick up here 13. Yeah. Here's a PS2 ceramic white slim PS2 thing. Yeah, still sealed. Never used it. Probably never going to be used either. Well, at the top are advanced mats. I just want to mention that because I'm probably going to forget. But yeah, here's the rest of my PS2 games. Like Mojo. Love this game. Probably the best game that Crave ever made. Metal Gear Solid 2. Sequel to one of my favorite games of all time, Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 2. Kingdom Hearts. Like, everyone kept on telling me to play that. I finally beat it, like, a couple months ago. Jak and Daxter. Fantastic. Grand Theft Auto 3 and Vice City. Still missing San Andreas. I need to pick that up soon. God of War 1 and 2. Well, Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2. Final Fantasy 10 is actually my favorite RPG of all time. And here's Final Fantasy 12 still sealed. I'm going to keep it sealed because I'm hoping that it'll go up in value. And also, I can just find another copy of Final Fantasy 13 for cheap anyway. Dragon Ball Z games, because I used to be obsessed with Dragon Ball Z. Dark Cloud. Didn't really get into it, but many people love that game. Crazy Taxi. This is my... Like, I have 3 copies of this game. Dreamcast, PS2, and GameCube, so... Call of Duty, still sealed. Never going to open it because I don't want to play Call of Duty. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, here's my only PS1 long box game, Goldstorm. This is $1, but apparently it like goes for like $8 or something, so yay. Then the end off this video is my GameCube collection. There's like the last 2 games. And then here is the rest. Love the GameCube. GameCube's probably my favorite system. Second is N64. Like, love the GameCube. This is what I played mostly, like, during my childhood, really. Like, childhood as in, like, the 8 range. Like, 8 years old range. But, yeah, some great titles. Like, it's hard to pull these out, so I probably won't. I'll just, like, say the title. Like, Wave Race, Beautiful Joe, the Tony Hawk games right there, Melee, which I just had to pull out Melee because Melee is fucking fantastic. Put so much time into that game. Star Fox Adventures, awesome. Soul Calibur 2, love the Soul Calibur series. Can't wait for 5. Trying to decide if I should buy it or just like play it at a friend's house because I know a friend of mine's actually buying it, so I don't know if I should like personally pick it up or just wait for it to drop in price. But recent pickup, Second Sight. One of the rare games in my collection. Resident Evil Code Veronica X goes for around $30. Picked it up for 8, so yay. Code Veronica is an awesome game though. Paper Mario, however you want to say it. But yeah, I say it Mario. Metroid 1 and 2, Metroid Prime 1 and 2, mind you. Mario Party 6, Mario Kart Double Dash, Luigi's Mansion. Another one of the rare games in my collection, Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Picked that up for like $2. Geist, which is an awesome GameCube title. F-Zero GX, fantastic. As I said, Crazy Taxi. The best game ever created right here. Charlie's Angels, fantastic. Another recent pickup that I actually really enjoy this game though, Cell Damage. And, Billy Hatcher. Apparently this game goes for like $15. I didn't even know that. I picked it up for 5, so love that game though. And really want to mention this game, but the stupid game won't come out. But yeah, there. Amazing Island, awesome game, really underrated. Like anyone that loves like Pokemon and Mario Party, it's like a mix of both. It's a fantastic game. Pick this up if you love those 2 franchises. But yeah, that's pretty much all the games. Yeah, I gotta mention like the stuff at the top, which is just some game boxes and stuff. Like at the very back, you can't really see that, but that's Guitar Hero World Tour for the PS2. Alright, here's the Dreamcast box, the 360 box, and the Wii box, the red limited edition one. And then there's a Sonic plush, and then box Dreamcast third-party controller, which thinking about selling. I don't really need it. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. Finally got this under half an hour. Like every single time I did this video, it took forever to do. So yeah, thank you for watching, and so happy I'll have to do this video again for another 6 months or so. Yeah, thank you for watching.